I do multiple exotic pet expos within a month. So I'm going to use this video to talk through what I do with my expos. So this includes from when I wake up, getting ready to head out to the expo, as well as our setup and our teardown, and any helpful tips that I can provide you guys. So based on a recent request for a video that is centered around vending expos, we're going to do a day in the life of me basically doing a local show and what we do. So first thing I have is that I go and pick up my friend Leah. She helps me at all of our expos, and of course today is a rainy day. Getting back to our house, I am packing up all my decorating enclosures that I have done, a few empties, making sure that they're all packaged pretty decently with some bubble wrap. Alan is packing up all of our 3D prints. We have this area as our shipping area for Etsy, so we have to go through and make sure we have everything boxed up. You'll see that we reuse our boxes for our PLA for 3D printing, and everything's stored in totes. Another part of our day for the local shows is making sure our dog is taken care of. So here I am prepping Timo's food. He has a condition, a GI disorder. So when he eats, his body won't keep the nutrients that he needs to, and will often lead to basically losing weight. So we mix this in there with, he has his dry food and wet food, and mix it all together, and he just loves it. Oh, sit, spin, spin, other way, sit, lay down, good, stay, sit, sit, good luck, go ahead. So now that the doggo is all set up, it is time to pack up the purple bus. And in there we got all of our enclosures, I got my spiders, we got our decor, got my kiddo. He gets to go hang out with the grandparents while we are at the expo. And we make a pit stop for some breakfast. We have chosen Burger King. So it is now 8:30 and we are all checked in at the expo, and it is time to unpack the bus. So we do the show regularly, so we do have a usual spot that we are set up at, which is really nice for customers to know where we're always at. So we get our tablecloth set up. I have my little runner that is in the middle of the table set up, and we start getting our displays and product out. I usually will be sitting in the center, start pulling out the spiders and getting everything out for signage. I really am so thankful for having Alan and Leah to be able to help get this entire thing set up. I could not do this alone. This is also a good time to connect with other vendors, make friends. I go through each of the spiders I want to have out for sale today. So this is checking their deli cups, clean them out if I need to. I usually feed them the day before or two, just so it gives them time to have a meal before they are going to a new home. Look at this one. That one had just eaten a mini mealworm a couple days before. This is also a good time for me to check on them, and if I need to gender any of the spiders that have not been noted yet, I am able to go through and make sure that is taken care of. I usually designate that with like a blue and a pink sticker. I've seen other people where they've labeled with M and F. Just kind of depends on your preference. So we're still doing setup. Oh, I'm talking to the camera. Got the banner going up. So, I want to show you guys though, back here, seeing it from a vendor's perspective. Back here we have our storage area of our totes and all that. Got a box of bags down there. It's also where I stash our food so we can snack. Food. Alan's stealing the food. Okay. Lots of wires and trying to figure out wire management. Hot mess, but it is what it is. Usually most venues will provide electrical outlet. You may have to pay for it. Scott's does not, so that's really nice that they have this available for us. But we have many different lengths of electrical cords for us. So the green one is ours. Goes to this power cord that connects to, we got our light up here. And then that also goes to a picture frame that I have over there. And then also connects to our lights that we use for display for tarantula cribs. Alright, so as far as our display, I'm going to start actually in the center. So center, I've had it where this is our main display area. I got my banner. This needs to be updated with a new logo. Have not done that yet. I might do it where we do a banner here and here and get two banners. But essentially, this is where most people gravitate towards. I have a tiered display for the spiders. I always bring a spoke spooder, so this MJ that's in here. I have a picture frame that is digital that flips through different pictures that I've loaded in there because everyone's used to seeing like Instagram and YouTube and Facebook Reels to seeing them up close and personal, so it does stop people, which is cool. I swear it will change. Alright, it's not going to right now. Anyways. Down over here. So another big thing is while you have table surface, you do want to have vertical space as well because people are going to look up naturally. So I have some Bluetooth mugs up here that my friend at Rambo and Friends made. I got Jumping Spider Playgrounds. And then I have a DIY station. So this is where I have it where people can come and pick out pieces from here. We got our 3D printed decor in here that they can pick from. We got some leaves. I have some non-magnetic stuff. So some of the different options that they can do if they want to like build their own, as well as some DIY empties. We got web ribbon here. So actually what I'd end up doing, and I haven't figured out a good way of displaying the web ribbon. I have started kind of going through where I lift up one. It's a little time consuming. Flip up the next. I am sure there's a better way. I have not figured it out yet. Essentially, people will filter through here. I got sheet moss. And then we have this magnetic spinner. This is where we're able to display everything. I have little sticker tags, have everything priced. People are not going to want to talk, people are not going to want to ask for prices. So really having everything priced is essential. So, nice thing with the magnetic board is I can have, both pieces, but I can put it on there so people can really just kind of grab what they want to. We just have to make sure that when they grab it, that they grab that backing piece right there. It's a good amount of our 3D printed decor, which is nice. I have this here, which is another display. I used to use this for setting up pictures for my Etsy. This is where I put some of my decorated stuff as well. I have a sign here to help people direct them to check out Etsy for more designs. And I try not to have things too close to the edge because people are going to come through and grab stuff. Little kids are going to have their hands out, so try not to have as much out to the front as you can. And I have some terrestrial hides as well. Again, Everything's labeled. I even have it where, because these don't have magnets, so I do have a sign for that. And I got my decorated enclosures, usually running some sort of deal for expos. At Tarantula Cribs display. And this is our sign. Fun fact for those that may not know, that sign is one that I actually did for Mo from Tarantula Cribs, God, probably about 2 years ago. Printed off a few of them that he shipped out to other authorized dealers to use at the expo. So if you see them at other tables, they are from us. I did the design on it. We 3D printed it. Yeah, I'm really happy how that turned out. Let's see, what other key essentials should you have? Lights, so you can see like Tarantula Cribs. We have lights shining down on it. It really like highlights it. Lights over my spiders. I want to add more lights over here. We just haven't done that yet. Everything's a work in progress. So when you first start, it's not going to look the way that you may want it, but it's a work in progress as always. So other things that I bring. So this has got power cords, I got battery bank. So these are essential, especially if our credit card reader goes down. I have that. And then this, we got this is our label maker that we use for doing all of our labeling. So another good key essential to have. So these are always packed in one of the bins down there. I also have a fan that I'm going to probably put away in a bit, but when I get hot, have that. You'll always find at our table is I always have a spoke spooder. So this is MJ cleaning his foot. He's making sure he is extra clean and ready for seeing everyone. You'll often find me behind the table just holding onto the spider. My friend Leah will also grab him and go walk out in front of the table to show people. Here he is just watching people walking by. Alan took the opportunity to use this time to stamp all of our bags so that way we have our logo on each of the bags. And some shenanigans with MJ, placing him on signs, seeing what he's going to do, climb around and explore on. It's just fun. My favorite was the fact that he climbed up on his enclosure on the outside like, wait, I recognize this, but I can't get inside. Like, he's going right to where he normally hides out at. And if I'm able to, I will try to roam around the expo, see if there's any vendors I want to get stuff from. A lot of the times I'm usually getting feeders for my spiders and other pets that we have, but took the opportunity to roam around. I usually have my phone on me, so in case if Alan or Leah need me while I'm out, I'm able to get back to the table. This is the sweetest video I got of MJ. He was so tired from today that he started making a little web bed on my hand. I had cupped it so that way he was a little bit sheltered, but he was so tired. And I will say, most of my spook spooters, when I bring them, they get so exhausted by the end of the day. Oh my god, and look at this. He just starts peeking out at me. Oh my god, my heart was melting. And I did acquire another spider. So this is from our friends over at the Little Shop of Spooters. They are new and local to me out here in the Chicagoland area. And look at this little boy. So this is now officially Simon, my son's spider. And he named him Moonshine because the little white dots on his butt look like little stars. Alright, so now it is time to take down everything and pack up. So this process takes a little bit longer trying to keep things organized. Key is that a lot of our boxes and bins we do have labeled, so that way it makes it easier if we have to dig through things when we get home, especially with our 3D prints, because since we have our Etsy shop, I need to be able to have boxes pulled out, and that way my husband can find all the items to ship out for Etsy orders. Got it, okay?
There's a spider on the bus.
What?
It's right down in there.
Where? Oh!
No, it tucked itself in. I can open the door now.
Is he gonna be inside there? Where'd you go, little dude?
Should be. It was right in here. Oh, he's tucked his thumb.
Yep. Hey, honey.
You want to pass me the clothes?
It started rolling. I was trying so hard to record for this that I was definitely not paying attention to that cart, so thank God I was able to stop it. But holy moly, if that had rolled and crashed, that would have been a lot of merchandise everywhere and probably some broken pieces. So I was able to save it, thank goodness. We've definitely gotten a system of how we are packing up our bus. See how Alan's packing up stuff on the right side. We've kind of figured out where all the totes are being placed and where it fits properly. And this is just from us doing so many shows with the bus. Also, getting this type of dolly is really clutch because you can fold down to more of a flatbed or an actual dolly. Alright, we're all done. Alright. Oh. And after a long expo day, we like to go out to dinner afterwards, meet up with some friends since we are local, and we decided to go to Texas Roadhouse this time. Thanks all for staying to the end, and I'll see you in the next video.